This is Granada, released in 1990 for the Sega Genesis. It's the year 2016, and you get to drive a tank around, destroying things. We'll see if that actually turns out to be true. Your goal in each stage is to destroy all the red dots on your radar. These red dots represent large enemies, but there's plenty of little ones along the way. One of the dots is actually a boss, and it doesn't awaken until the other dots are destroyed. Holding down A fires your weapon, and it can actually be fired in 16 directions. In order to shoot in one of those directions, you basically have to drive in that direction for a second, and then you can hold down B to lock that direction. Hitting the C button launches a super blast, which is a lot more powerful than your regular weapon, but it kicks you back a little bit, and it takes some time to charge up. It is unlimited though. It's not the most perfect control scheme. Each of the 3 buttons is used a lot. In half the game you're going to be holding B down, which is too much for your thumb to do. You'll often have to hit the C button with another finger. The graphics in the game are very sparse, and since the tank moves so fast, it's sometimes hard to line up and get down the little tiny hallways. It's also not 100% clear what you can drive on and what you can fall through. The first 2 stages are intense. The second one takes place on the back of a giant aircraft, but after that, the stages get a lot less interesting. It's also very easy to get lost in some of these levels. There's a few power-ups in the game, and they're actually very useful. There's some heat-seeking missiles, and there's also these squares that help increase your firepower, and they kind of have a life of their own. They actually go after the enemies sometimes. The music is a mixed bag. It has that early Genesis sound. A couple of the songs get me all pumped up, but the other ones, eh. Although there's a lot to complain about, I really enjoyed this game, just for the plain simple fun of going around shooting things with a tank. The action is fast-paced, the bosses are interesting, and the challenge level is just about perfect, not too hard and not too light. By the way, there's a cool little glitch that you can exploit in Stage 2. If you fall off the level at the same time as the timer runs out, you'll come back and you'll be able to float above the scenery. This will allow you to see the stage in a different way. And you can also fight the boss out in the open air. I think most people who have a Sega Genesis are gonna enjoy this game. It may not knock your socks off, but you'll have a good time playing it. This rating is a measurement of how fun it is to play this game today, compared to all other games. Basically, this game is more fun than most games out there. See the description for more details.